Usamos estampillas también.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
I can hear you now. I couldn't a second ago.
This is good. I'm excited. All right. Well, that was my test. I like the last 2 weeks, but I'm also cheap, so I'm not going to pay for it if this week sounds good. If this week sounds like trash, I'll go back to paying for that. We'll find out. The listeners are the real winners on all of this.
Ain't that the truth?
All right. Welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 88. I am your host, Dan Rice, and I am joined, as always, by Chris. Chris, how's it going?
You know me. I'm wheeling, I'm dealing.
That's what they always say. Also joined, as always, by Pat. Pat, how's it going?
I'm just praying that Penelope Ford doesn't have to be put down like a racehorse.
She's in all of our thoughts and prayers. And this week we have on Cole. How's it going, Cole?
It's going pretty good. I've watched like 2 wrestling matches in the past month, but
Hell yeah. This is like a good time to do. I'm going to start the show off on like a real positive note. How's your dog doing?
oh, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
You know, that was a slippery question. You know what I mean? Could have started the show off with like terrible note.
Oh, no. He's okay. I mean,
Okay.
like he
All
just had to crap it out, and then now he's good. I don't know.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I say
Yeah.
Cole.
Haven't
I've
we
been
all?
trying to have Cole on for a while, and he's always got reasons.
Yeah, I've had a couple of busy weeks here, but now I'm here to take some people to task.
I like when I publicly say like I tried to have Cole on, but then it's like anyone who was on that wasn't Cole, it was after. It's like, oh, I can't get Cole. Who else we got? I'm also not guaranteeing that Cole's the first call either, though. You know,
Yeah, it could have been
We're reaching out to
really
all
you
the big
wanted
guns.
Tim.
it's hard to get. Really what I want is Michael Elgin, but you dream a dream. All right, so it's sounds like all of us have watched a lot of wrestling.
Tons.
This is a wrestling podcast.
I watched a lot of wrestlers' names today.
Ooh, that's exciting. Now I'll say this, Chris. I pull up whenever I start this episode. I pull up like the site, look at all the posts that have been up, and I look at the stats. The last week, a lot of people have been to the Vote Now in the 2025 VP 100 page. Promising.
Yes, they have. Yeah, we have had a good deal of ballot in the last week. I'll pull it up to today's the 26th. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
We got a retweet from Slade today.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
11 in the last
ballot
week.
I love last week. All right, we got some crazy ones. I don't see them all, but some of the stuff you've told me, and some of the ones I've seen is interesting.
I'm very proud that we have a Lil Sicko high voter.
If you're sitting at home making your VP 100, you think, am I putting Little Sicko higher than anyone else? I promise you are not.
So if we
somebody-
had two, if we had a tie for Lil Sicko high voters, that would be an amazing thing.
That's what I'm waiting for.
That's my dream. I don't want to get ahead of myself I'm considering stopping the count. Right now, Avisman and Judas El Traidor are in the top 100.
Ooh.
But it's shaky. We're getting shaky.
Oh no, people
with the last
vote,
week.
but vote correctly.
Every vote for a Death Rider or whoever the fuck is a vote being stolen from Avisman.
That's very true. But I might just stop the count. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. I mean, I was plugging it, but I guess never mind, guys. It's done. He's gonna post it soon. Where are we in relation to last year? Are we kind of on pace? Are we behind schedule?
Let
on the spot.
me try and find the correct.
I appreciate Steve not only posted their
Spreadsheet.
ballot, they made a nice little graphic for it. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was really
way
cool.
Too much effort.
Yeah. Yeah, Pat, because you organized yours in an insane way and posted it
I
on
did.
Discord.
I intentionally made it as annoying as I could, both in terms of who I voted for and how I formatted my post announcing who I voted for.
It's actually one vote ahead of where we were last year.
Hell yeah! Let's keep it up, guys. Pat, am I misremembering, or did you, for the Evolve draft, I think it was that draft, did you have it all written out by hand? Or something crazy?
Yes.
Yes, all right.
It was something like that. It was something stupid like that.
Well, Pat, tell me horrible wrestling you've been watching.
Excuse me.
It looked good to me.
I have been rounding up some lucha.
Someone's
got to
actually
do it.
Yeah. So all of the wrestling I've watched has been today after work. So I made it through 2 full matches, both of which took place in the great city of Cancun, Mexico. And I stupidly clicked away from listening. So the first show was for, does this have a promotion? I guess it's just called Lucha Libre Cancun, for their Divas en Guerra on January 30th, 2026. Now, this is on such a small channel that both of these shows from 2026 are labeled as being 2025. And they are filmed by someone named Guerrero Kukulkan. Just has a station. He's obviously doing this on his phone, but it's just stationary from wherever he's sitting in the crowd. He's not one of those guys who tries to get up close to see the action. So you are watching it as if you are sitting in the 7th row. Which, there's good to that, and there's also bad to that, such as anytime wander away from the ring, wrestlers just out of frame. But I watched the main event of this show, which was Ludark Shaitan and Princessa Maya versus IWRG favorite Diosa Quetzal and Mujer Salvaje. Pretty much just 4 luchadores doing bits. I mean, I think that's kind of every women's indie lucha libre match is just people doing bits, and inevitably the referee gets involved in the bits. Like every women's lucha libre match on the indies, it ended with both teams attacking one another and then attacking the referee. So, being the more famous people in the match, Ludark and Diosa Quetzal, of course, beat up their partners, and then shook hands. I don't think that's actually leading to anywhere. I think it's just so that the people in the crowd could see the more famous people beat up everyone around. Not a recommended match unless you like seeing, all the usual shtick that you get from a Lucha Libre women's match. For this other match, we fast forward to February 7th. in Cancun's Plaza de Toros, bigger venue. Now, when I say big venue, how do you imagine the wrestlers coming out from the backstage area?
I mean, usually through a tunnel up a ramp, maybe.
So
or
what
down a
they
ramp.
did was they had the tunnel thing, like with the video, and they at the top of the crowd, so that the wrestler would exit the Tron thing with videos of their face, and then have to walk all down all the stairs of the venue to the ringside area, and then walk to the ring. I've never seen anyone do that. It's completely insane. It's to the point where, as this guy is filming, it's the same guy, same channel. He's filming all the entrances, and you can't see the ring. You just see them in the distance come out through this Tron thing and have to through the crowd. It is wild. This was a three-way mix tag: Ludark and Corsario Jr. versus Satania and Rey Espartano versus Demasiado and Mystique. Really bad match. Not much more. Even more bit heavy than the last one, with most of the bits being Demasiado trying to kiss Corsario Jr. Noteworthy only in that I think Mystique has the biggest boobs on any wrestler I've seen, to the point where it was actually kind of like alarming. It's good that she has that going for her, though, because I'm not sure. I know she's been a wrestler for like 12 years or something like that, but watching her in this, I'm like, oh, she doesn't know. She's never been in a ring before. Really bad match. I was 0 for 2 tonight. I thought catching up on what Ludark's been up to would be fun. It turned out it wasn't. That is a Lucha Roundup.
Speaking of the camera angle reminds me of a fun story from the last week. Last weekend, IWA East Coast returned for a fundraiser show for Michael Tani, one of the promoters. And I guess some guy just set up a camera on a tripod and filmed the show. And the actual camera crew thought he was just with the promoter, and the promoter thought he was just with the camera crew. And no one knew anything was up till he started posting the matches on YouTube. I think that fucking rules.
That is awesome. But yeah, I think this guy just set his phone up on like a stand and then just like watched the show. And
this video was like straight up,
like
it was like straight up where you needed to be. It was great.
Yeah, no, it was like on these Lucha videos, the camera doesn't move, but it's just wherever his seat is. So in that second one I watched, he's filming it from like an angle. So you've got like the ring post in the center of the view, as opposed to filming it from one of the sides of the ring.
I'm looking at the picture you
It's just a
posted on
very
Twitter.
strange thing.
It seems like they could have just set the tunnel up on the floor, right? Like there's doors right underneath where this is hanging,
Maybe.
which would have been
I
more
don't know.
normal.
Maybe they needed those doors for important business.
I don't know. It's funny. Well, speaking of two matches, isn't that how many you watched, Cole, in the last month?
Yeah.
Anything good?
Literally, one that was kind of good and one that I didn't like. So I've just been catching up on some stuff I missed last year to fill in some gaps before I did my VP 100 ballot. So I watched the Marigold Grand Destiny show, and by the show I mean 2 matches on it. I watched Chiro Hashimoto versus Saryanooka, which was I don't know, it was fine. It was fun. There's a whole super rookie push with Sari. I don't really know much about that. That's not really my business. She seems good for where she's at in her career, at least. She has a great look and seems to be, pretty over and stuff. So I guess it's working or whatever. But I don't know. It was just a fine match. Hash is just really good and is going to get you there pretty much no matter what. And she did enough to kind of fill in the gaps and show off her personality a bit. So that was fine. And then I watched the main event of Io versus Mayu. And I don't know, I know there's some people like in the server who really liked it, so I was kind of like, maybe it's good, and I watched it, and I was just like, I don't know, it's not for me. I don't like Mayu really ever. Io is like still pretty good, but she's definitely like a little more WWE pilled than she was before. A lot of just like weird taunt spamming and shit for the early part of the match, but like I don't know. It wasn't like terrible. It was just like whatever. It was like not very interesting. You can simulate what this match would look like in your head most part, and that's it.
All right, Chris, tell me that you've watched wrestling.
I told you I watched a lot of names.
Okay, but you've also watched like a ton of matches.
I like to pretend that that they're all in one big match together to see who is the best of 2025. And I play that all in my head, and it's the best match I've ever seen, and it makes me emotional. Wow, another ballot just came in.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Is Little Sicko number one?
Little Sicko is actually all 100 spots. I'm going to have to talk to this voter about fraud.
All right. Now, in this match that features all of the people that have been voted on, is it a battle royal? Is it a gauntlet? What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's a battle royal, and all like 500. I think we're probably more than that. I need to look at the list, but like, yeah, 5 of us could get up to like 800. They're all in the ring at the same time. It is shocking it hasn't just buckled under the of 500 plus wrestlers, but they're going.
And that sounds like a great match to watch, just 500 wrestlers crammed into a ring together.
And then Avisman wins.
I hate to say it, with that many wrestlers, you might need to do a reverse battle royal.
Oh, okay. I'll tell Booker Chris in my head that it has to become a reverse battle royal, and I think we'll work it out. It'll be beautiful. I'll have a full report next week when I watch that.
All right. Now I've watched some wrestling, but you guys are making me feel self-conscious for having done that.
What the fuck, dude?
Loser?
I feel kind of fucking lame, man. Oh my god. I watched one match from Dynamite, Moxley versus Clone, which was nice of them to put that on first, but that was all I was really interested in. And some people weren't a big fan of it. I loved it. I love these two guys, and I like watching them wrestle. Awesome. And if you have a problem with El Clone doing the spot where he jumps up before he takes the head bump and then twists his neck, I don't know. I think you're lame. You need to get over yourself. I also watched, after watching that, I watched him team with Cyrus versus Puma King and El Kukui.
Moxley, that is?
No, sorry. Yeah, I wish. But it was a fun 12-minute match. What I like about this is I like Puma King and El Kukui. I'm a fan of El Kukui. Despite his wrestling, he's just like I like his mask, I like his gear, I like his body shape. He's fun to watch.
Good body shape.
He's a good body guy. He is so against selling that in this match, he gets chop blocked, and it looks like it had to legitimately have hurt him so badly, and he just refuses. He just like literally shakes it off and goes back to running the ropes. I'm like, I know that really hurt, man. You don't even have to pretend.
No.
Watch it on YouTube. No, don't do it.
Yeah, he should just like, I think if someone chopped his hand off in the ring, I think that's beautiful. He'd be like, "No, I'm good."
I respect it because like people are like hitting him and kicking him, and he's just like, it's almost like a deterrent from him getting to the next spot. Like he's like slightly annoyed, kicking him in the stomach. He's like, okay, I'm trying to go over here to do this fat man dive.
I love Puma King.
I also watched. I was watching some Nicole Matthews. I watched her against Ricky South, and Ricky South is a guy from Australia. He's trained by Madison Eagles, so you have that like little storyline. And Nicole Matthews, I just don't understand with like the depleted state of indie wrestling, how she's not being flown everywhere. Why she's not like one of like, I guess because there really isn't anyone in this role, but like the independent, you know, I guess, you know, maestro, like just like the old timer, like, you know, you have like almost like a Timothy Thatcher role, but Timothy Thatcher obviously is probably harder to book with WWE, but like you could just, I assume you could just have Nicole Matthews on your shows. Like her matches always rock. Because then I went from that to watching her against someone named Kristara, who I've never seen before, and it also rocked. And I realized when I found that match that this show that I couldn't find on YouTube forever ago, when I went looking after it happened, was on YouTube. This is a show from Winnipeg Pro Wrestling, from December 5th, which has a Paul Walter Hauser match. And I gotta watch that, see how much higher he goes up on my VP 100. He wrestles Anderson Tyson Moore, a longtime Canadian wrestler. And I guess PWH is filming a curling movie. And he brings out basically everyone in the movie. The only people that I knew were Christopher Mintz-Plasse from Superbad, Blake Anderson from Workaholics, Johnny Pemberton. I know him from Superstore. He's in that. And he brings out a curler with a gold medal. And this match is awesome because Paul Walter Hauser. I don't know. People probably would hate it, but it's just really fun. It's like 6 minutes long.
That's sick. We need more curling representation in wrestling.
Anderson Tyson Moore is just like, you know, he's a shitty heel and he's got a shitty heel manager, and the fans are super excited. All the actors seem real pumped to be there. A couple of them are drinking beer, and you know, dudes rock, and this match rocks. And I went ahead and just bumped PWH up 4 spots when I was done watching it. It felt like the match was worthy of that. What else did I watch I want to cover? Oh, I have to cover this. I can't believe I didn't start with this. MLW. I don't know what's going on with MLW. I love MLW. This is an MLW podcast. Underground MLW.
It's actually the official MLW podcast.
It is. MLW Fusion has returned and will return. We don't know when. We don't know how we'll watch it. We don't know anything like that. They also have taped stuff for that. Maybe for YouTube shows. We don't know. They don't announce when any of that's going on. But I'm here waiting. See Diego Hill. I don't know how I'll see, you know, Josh Bishop versus Matthew Justice at the 30th time. But the whole before these matches start hitting the airwaves, Kushida went to Alaska and defended the MLW World Middleweight title against a man named Aaron West for 907 Pro Wrestling. And 907 Pro Wrestling, obviously, I have never heard of them. Alaskan promotion. But I'll tell you this, they fucking run all the time, and they seem to almost immediately put their entire shows with graphics and good camera work and good lighting up on YouTube. So you gotta give them props for that, which C Wrestling, I hate to do all that. Kushida versus Aaron West is mostly what you get out of a Kushida match in 2026. But they do run outside at one point and wrestle in the snow. And that's always going to pop me. So worth going out of your way to that fun time if you want to see Kushida, you know, armbar a guy in the snow. And man, I hate to do this when I've already complimented Nicole Matthews. Senga versus Hashimoto fucking ruled. Like, maybe the best match I've watched this year. Just the mat work. It's from February 15th, Sendai Girls. The mat work's amazing. The strikes are awesome. It's only 13 minutes, but it feels epic. Man, only has a 7.92 in cage match. These guys are fucking harsh, which is usually the opposite. Usually when anything happens in Joshi, it's 10 out of 10. But I just thought this was phenomenal, and I mean, go out of your way to go to Wrestle Universe and watch it.
So Dan, how close are you to Columbus, Ohio?
Like 2-ish hours. I think I could say Alaska. I was like very far.
No. But what are you doing March 7th?
March 7th, I will be in Fairmont, West Virginia.
Okay, well that sucks because Ohio they'll be doing Spider Nate Webb versus Shotzi Blackheart.
Is that GCW? What is that?
That's GCW.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will not be there. Actually will be in Columbus the following week. Can you ask them to postpone for a week?
I'll try. I'll tweet them.
Okay.
All right,
I'm sure they're
everyone.
big
Our
fans of
plan
you and
worked.
everything.
We all pretended like we didn't watch wrestling, so Dan had to talk about how much he loves women's wrestling. We did it. Now we can talk about the 17 shows we each watched.
I'll be fucking pissed. I did shit out. I'll do the first edit of shit.
Riled
Oh,
Dan
yeah,
up
crazy.
so hard his audio went out.
Are you kidding me? I fucking hate Discord. Can you guys hear me now?
We also get on that
Riled.
Columbus show. But I can hear you now. The Columbus show also has Violence is Forever versus The Outbreak, the two zombie guys.
Ooh.
Oh, zombies
From
and zombies.
GCW.
GCW is guys. I think Brett is back.
I think Brett is back as well. I don't think Brett has ever been more back than he is at this moment.
Though he's still too much of a pussy to run in Massachusetts.
He fears Drew Cordero.
I mean, we all do, but mostly for reasons that are legally actionable if I say them on a podcast.
We know in our hearts what you said, and we agree.
Also got to get Sam to go to this Rochester GCW show where Matt Tremont will be addressing his future.
So stupid.
We need Sam to give him a mug to, tell him like, hey buddy, hang in there.
I was hoping the Rochester show would be right after the Columbus show, because that'd be funny because TNA's doing the Cleveland Rochester loop.
Yeah, the famous Cleveland Rochester loop.
You got to hit the big two. That's them pandering the VPR, and I respect it.
Why aren't they in Milwaukee?
Oh shit! This Rochester show has Violence is Forever versus High Seas, and KJ Orso versus Don Freeze.
Yeah,
Sam,
it's it's
go to this
basically
fucking show.
perfect.
He doesn't even fucking record podcasts anymore. Tomorrow night, Sam.
The thing is, the last time GCW ran Rochester, it was show of the year.
That's actually an actual fact.
So,
yeah, we can. You can check the records. It happened.
Google it.
We got Atticus Koger versus Cheech for the GCW World Championship.
Sam, you cannot miss this. Drop everything you have going.
If they strap up Cheech, how fucking stupid would Sam feel for not going?
The Rochester Screwjob.
I'm considering going to Rochester right now.
That's a drive, right?
Yeah.
They also are advertising tag team title match, Jordan Oliver and Alec Price versus Vandal 48. And I don't know if they meant to use Atticus, and they show Atticus and Otis. So I'm like, Atticus has 2 title matches on the show, but part of me is like, maybe they meant to put Christian Napier in that picture, and they just said like, "Nah, fuck it, we'll just put Atticus. Who cares?"
Or Christian.
I mean, he was on my VP 100 ballot for some reason.
I'm always
Life
talking
isn't
about
that bad.
Christians.
Speaking of VP 100 ballots, I think today's big top is list related.
It is. Before we get to that, I want to
I-
go ahead and plug again. Vote for the VP 100. And
Oh,
also
yes.
this week, Koro wrote something. Mio Momino, I Hazan, and Finding Hope in Failure. Everyone should check that out. And then hopefully we got more coming your way.
Be something a little Southern fried coming to the site soon.
People are saying that.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
MLW is running in Chattanooga, and they describe their action as Southern fried action in their press release.
It would be awesome if they ran the fucking TWE arena. Like the dirtiest wrestling venue in history, and MLW just like rolls up. It's like, yeah, this is fun.
I love the TWE arena.
I love it too. I want like someone with like MLW's like high def cameras or whatever to film in there, and it just you can see like the stains on every single surface.
I'd like to see like some of the XWE guys be disgusted, but like Mystico is like fine with it. Like this is pretty normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, all the lucha guys are just like, yeah, this is fine to me.
I love
This
it.
is
It's great.
nice.
Yeah.
so one of those shows that I watched in Cancun, the one at the smaller venue, at one point the camera does pan over and you see they have a sign for the men's room, and then next to the sign indicating this is the door to the men's room, a sign saying, bathroom $5, and this is $5 Mexican, so that's about 29 cents US dollars. I don't know what it is in Canadian dollars. Sorry, Cole. But it just, now I've been thinking all night about like, what would I do if a venue wanted to charge me money for going into the bathroom? It's a real trolley problem type situation.
I already barely want to be at wrestling shows. And you're going to try to charge me to use the bathroom?
29 cents.
Yeah, I saw that on your Twitter. That's a pretty solid side. I also just wouldn't want to test wrestling fans whether or not they will piss somewhere other than a bathroom.
Part of me wonders if like there's just some guy who like is attending to put the sign up and is like, see what I can get.
I
was-
respect that. That's hustle.
That was a big thing in downtown Cleveland a lot. People were constantly like making their own like parking lots. Like they just would like be like park here. It's just like a abandoned lot, but they'd get like $40 from you and then they run away.
Good money if you can get it.
I've got paid less for doing worse, if I'm being honest. So yeah, our big top was in a way I think chosen by Cole. A certain member of the Discord, Pork, took it upon themselves to make a few lists. They list every member of the NWO, every member of Chaos, and every member of Bullet Club in order.
We should make it clear. It's a ranking, Molly. He didn't just
Ranking,
list every member of the. There's a ranking element to it. It wasn't alphabetical.
That'd really cool if he just posted. He's like, "Hey guys, here's everyone who's ever been in Bullet Club."
I mean,
and I guess Cole, you took some umbrage with these shit takes, Pork.
Yeah, well, I'm always getting pissed off at something he's saying. Which, by the way, Toronto Raptors 5th seed right now is all I'm saying. Apparently, we're supposed to be 14th this year, but poor is a little quiet on that right now. Instead, he's talking about the Boston Celtics. I'm like, okay.
We need both of you just to. We do just need like a Cole Pork Thunderdome one of these days. and like both of you can hash out your differences and
Well,
get Padraig to accept the light of Scotty Barnes.
I also kind of like our current system where they just flip flop on this show, taking shots at each other.
I was.
I need those.
Okay,
clicks I
I'm
can get.
exposing myself as I listened to the podcast recently. Has Pork been taking shots at me?
No, not really. Not enough that we should
I was like,
dedicate.
I don't
No,
even
this
know
is-
if
not enough
I've
we
done
should
anything.
dedicate a whole big top to his list.
Yeah, you are. This is one-way bullying that you were doing, Cole.
Okay, well
It's all
then I'm
because of
okay
the-
with
it's all
that.
because of the
until
Raptors.
next time Pork's on.
Yeah, no, Pork can, if he wants to fight back, that's totally cool.
I'm trying to do some math here. The Raptors might mathematically not be able to make the 14th seed anymore. They might have too many wins.
Yeah, well, there's only like 23 games left in the season. Like,
Yeah, so they can. It would take the Nets and the Pacers going on some real streaks. Which I might need to go bet
All
on
right,
that.
wait. Hold up. Pause. I will never understand why this beautiful, very musically talented woman ever gave up her musical career, even if I live to be 1,000 years old. The only time I feel happy is when I hear Natsupoi sing. I may not understand a single word she is singing, but, next tweet, Natsumi, parentheses, Natsupoi, is just so damn beautiful, so insanely cute, and she is so extremely talented that in the end it really makes no difference to me in any way. If you watch this video of Natsupoi, you will truly understand why I love this one. He doesn't link a video.
Now,
Okay,
is
continue.
that's from
Sorry.
Sam's Blue Sky?
That is from Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from
alright.
Concrete 1992 on Blue Sky.
Hell yeah. I mean, I see why he's too busy to do the show. All right, Cole. Which of these lists did you find most?
let me pull up our DMs here. He sent them to me because I can't even remember what I said in the moment.
I will say
I was having
the
like a
number-
visceral reaction to seeing.
The number one pick on All Correct. Dick Togo, number
Okay,
one for Bullet Club. Sakuraba for Chaos. Chono for the NWO.
Shono for NWO number one, I think is maybe a little wild.
That one's the
Think
most.
about
Psycho.
how
The NWO
Nash
one, I
is
think, is
ranked.
deranged.
The NWO one actually made me mad. I was like, I understand why
Xbox-
Cole is so mad now.
No,
Xbox
it
not in
felt
the
like
top
rage
half is
bait.
crazy.
Let me
I
go ahead. I'll
think
read
it's
this
back
off.
wall below
I have
David
to go back to the
Flair.
list and look.
I'll read off the NWO one real fast because this is an audio medium. So
Oh yeah, sorry.
But no.
Chono.
Before you get into it, I just want to say he ranked Kevin Nash 14 spots below Shawn Michaels in the NWO.
Well, I think he was
What the-
ranking them like
I think
by
it's-
how
I don't
much
think
he
it's-
likes their career.
yeah, it's not based
That's
on their
even
NWO
more
work.
insane. Why would you do that? Why would you do an NWO ranking and then be like, oh yeah, I'm counting his time in Degeneration X?
But no, it being the full career is what makes some of the ranking even crazier. Like, okay, I wasn't a fan of Xbox's NWO work, but number 24.
Right
let's-
below Vincent.
Vincent's way better.
Yeah, you have to
obviously.
respect X-Pac.
All right, Chono, Sting, Masa Saito, Bret Hart, Dusty Rhodes, Randy Savage, Yuji Nagata, Hulk Hogan, Ted DiBiase, Satoshi Kojima, Rick Rude, Shawn Michaels, Jeff Jarrett, Keiji Muto, Hiroshi Tenzan, Booker T, Scott Steiner, Kurt Hennig, The Giant, Lex Luger, Scott Hall, Conan, Vincent, X-Pac, Big Bubba Rogers, Kevin Nash, Scott Norton at 27, Hiro Saito at 28, Stevie Ray, Brian Adams, David Flair, Buff Bagwell, The Disciple, Jeff Farmer, Michael Wall Street, Disco Inferno, Ron and Don Harris. there's first off, no way he knows the difference between Ron and Don Harris. Don't buy it. Scott Norton at 27. What are we doing?
Tenzon should be higher. I love Big Bubba Rogers, but him a spot above Kevin Nash is crazy.
I think if you're ranking, like
Jarrett
I'm
should be
still
top
kinda
5.
I'm still just like, if you just go by, like if you're doing this by career, whatever, but looking at it as just their NWO tenure, Bret Hart at number 4 is fucking mental.
Well, if Sam was on here, he'd be mad at Bret Hart number 4 for career.
That, I mean, Bret, he's a whiny baby. That overwrites all of his wrestling. I don't know. I just look at this and because I want to just look at them solely through the lens of their NWO time. And I'm like, well, obviously Conan number 1, everyone else tied for second. But this is breaking my brain. I don't like it.
I don't. It's just Keiji Muto at 14, above so many guys, is deeply upsetting.
let's not go into Muto disrespect here.
I gotta be honest. Yeah,
I thought
Muto
I got rid of the. I thought I
he'd
got
be around
rid
14.
of
I think
the biggest Muto. Last time someone slandered Muto on a podcast I was on. Let's just say he's not on this podcast anymore.
Let's just say a full year later, he was gone. Wait, actually, is it a full 2 years?
2 years.
Later? A full 2 years later, he's gone.
Just goes to show
me...
you'll never know when I get you.
You think you're safe, and then suddenly you can't log into the VP Labs anymore.
Oh shit! Where am I gonna put all my stuff?
This list reminds me. I was replying to someone on Twitter and made me look up the GWE results from 2016. I know this, but my brain will never let me remember it. Someone had Scott Steiner at number 1 as the greatest wrestler of all time.
And that was me.
That's a respectable opinion. And if I was watching wrestling at 16, I would have had
it. It can't be right because he's the 17th best NWO member of all time.
Yeah, I guess. My bad. Maybe this is I haven't seen enough stuff, but Ted DiBiase at 9 also just seems kind of deranged.
That seems much more based on reputation rather than quantitative analysis of Ted DiBiase matches.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like only the GWE sickos are really going back in and doing deep dives on Ted DiBiase lately. Only the people who actually read the fucking 14 wrestling playlist emails a day, I guess.
Okay, so Scott Norton, number 27 on this list of NWO members, but on the ranking of Bullet Club members, number 11. That's a real indictment.
He forgot Bullet Club Latin America. He forgot
also
Terrible and Rey Bucanero.
He forgot Jeff Jarrett as well.
Oh, and Cody Hall. He forgot Cody Hall.
No, Cody's on there, 31. Oh wait, no, that's just
that's
Cody
a different
Rhodes.
Cody. I'm
it's
guessing.
Cody Rhodes.
Also, there's Ito.
No.
Number
Let me ask you guys a
23,
question.
Ito, the historical Tokyo. It's really low hanging fruit to make fun of for that there was only one typo. I do actually applaud Pork.
And he just missed a letter. He didn't even mix them up.
Now I obviously know I know a lot about wrestling. Who the fuck is Jack Bonza?
I have no fucking idea.
One of those Australians.
Oh, that's why I don't know who he is.
Oh, one of those Fale trainees?
With, Caveman Ugg.
I was about to say, Caveman Ugg's the only one I know.
Weren't they like ballet dojo people?
Yeah, we're Fale dojo people. They mostly wrestle in Australia. I think both of them had very, very late Shikara runs. Just
Well, that explains
shows you
putting
that-
them below that. Well, that explains putting at least one of them below Marty Skrull.
yeah, they deserve their ranking.
Oh yeah, he was in that Four Nation trio with Mick Moretti and Adam Hoffman. Yeah, I know. I never was on the Australian wrestler train during this period, but so on the NWO list we have Ron Don Harris at the bottom. Nazis. So like if you want to do that, I get it. And on this list, Chase Owens on the bottom, I get it. Canceled, rightfully so. At 49. At 47, Marty Skrull, also canceled. 48, Jack Bonza. Did he do something?
Let's find out.
To me, that
Yeah,
heavily
Jack
implies he's been canceled.
Bonza speaking out.
And if not, Poor finds his wrestling more disgusting than Marty Skrull's crimes, but less disgusting than Chase Owens.
All I can find on this is an Instagram post where he's like in character saying that I had to disable comments because people are the word hashtag don't say the word, and then the other hashtag is Brotherhood of Redheads Against Negative Ginger Abuse, and then he tags like every major wrestling promotion that has ever existed.
So I googled Jack Bonza rape, and the top result is from r/Greenpoint and Reddit, which is saxophone guy in McGolrick. And it's someone complaining about a guy playing a saxophone in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. So
We
yeah,
appreciate
number 48
the
makes sense
journalism.
in that light.
Yeah.
When you see the Bullet Club written out, that's a real shitty stable.
The fact that they were letting in like Fale's trainees and giving them Bullet Club shirts, just kind of like, yeah.
Like you talk about the NWO where you get the Ron and Don Harrises and you know the hanger-ons like the Vincent and the Irish, but like I take those guys over these nameless Australians and fucking Ace Austin and Cody
I think
Hall.
part
is
of it
not
too
on
is
here.
didn't the NWO started in '96 and more or less was done 2002 versus the Bullet Club lasted what 35 years.
That
Give or
sounds
take.
right. Yeah. When it started, Naito had knees, if you can believe it.
When it started, Fale could actually walk around with Devitt sitting on his shoulders. Now I think that would kill both of them.
So anything else you guys want to call out Pork for in this list? Or any of these lists?
Yoshinobu Kanemaru next to Adam Cole sickens me to my stomach.
Okay, yeah, if we're talking the Bullet Club list, this has a lot of minor upsetting stuff.
Well, it's clear that Pork's a fan of Takahashi.
Yeah, I don't like. That's one of the craziest parts of both of these.
Oh, that
13 on Chaos,
part's accurate.
17
Yeah,
on...
that part is accurate.
Yujiro should actually be higher.
Oh my god. Okay, what about Bad Luck Fale?
Bad Luck Fale should be like number 2.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, Fale should be 2, Yujiro should be 3, Dick Togo can stay the same.
Yeah, then AJ.
And then AJ, yeah.
Oh man, Frankie Kazarian at 10 is something.
That
Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
Frankie
Yeah,
Kazarian
that
is better
is
than
just...
Scott Norton.
Oh my god, Frankie
All
Kazarian
time.
is better than Scott Norton.
The Addiction is better than anything Scott Norton has done.
Which transitive property means he's better than everyone below Scott Norton on the NWO list as well.
Did he forget Callum Newman?
Well,
Was Callum Newman in this, or was he in Ospreys?
He's in the Ospreys United Empire.
Okay, so I can't tell their stables I am at the age now where I can't tell New Japan stables apart.
You can't tell all these white guys apart.
Heel
true.
white people
Also,
stable.
they are all fucking crackers.
I'm sick of all these crackers in New Japan. We need to get back to good Japanese wrestlers, okay? Like fucking Yo and Sho and maybe Ren Narita.
Did Ren Narita ever get his teeth fixed?
Nah.
He should, like, as like a heel move, he should get like giant Yoda Tsuji style veneers. Just get like the Roman Reigns teeth and just like make that like his heel character is just.
We just need to get back to Japanese wrestlers like Oscar.
Yeah, call Tonga, get the name of Roman Reigns' teeth guy.
We need to get all these white guys out of here, and we need to bring back Bone Soldier. His story remains unfinished. We need to, do the WrestleMania style, finishing the story, but for Captain New Japan's gambling.
It's Bone Soldier versus
miss
Bone
Captain
Soldier.
New Japan so much.
I would bet on him any day.
The feeling just hasn't come back since he left.
It's true. So with the Chaos rankings, when was Chris Statlander in Chaos?
All of
maybe
Best Friends got to be
AEW?
Chaos in AEW.
Yeah. Yep.
That is dumb.
It is.
It's hard to argue.
I mean, I do support it, meaning Chuck Taylor gets to be number 7 on the best Chaos members ever. But I'm also just kind of like, that's stupid. I also don't remember Leo Rush being in Chaos.
Yeah, during his New Japan runs, he's been in Chaos.
Okay. Here's a question. Number 27, Black Tiger. Isn't that just like alternate gimmick of Rocky Romero?
It is. So does he have him ranked differently than Rocky Romero? Oh, much differently.
Yeah.
Rocky Romero 10, Black Tiger 27. Oh no! It's
Yano
the other
is
one.
like 8 spots low. Who was the other one?
Takaiwa.
Oh. Yeah, that fits.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that he was in Chaos, but all right.
I guess he was briefly. No, Sawa wrong guy was Black Tiger once. Jesus Christ.
XPW
Kaiwa and Nosawa, my goats.
It's so awesome that he went from being in XPW to then, bumbling around until he was the booker of Noah. Like that A to B tech is so amazing.
Was he also the one that tried to get Io Shirai to be like a drug mule for him briefly?
No, that was he was dating Io, and they both got framed by Tsugi.
Oh, okay.
Tsugi in all caps. I can't remember his shoot name.
Yeah.
Who might have been acting on behalf of someone else, but he, did a bunch of weird things. So it was Io and Nosawa both got in trouble at the border, which just. Do we think it's an upgrade or a downgrade going from Nosawa to Evil?
Oh, I would say upgrade.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Evil, Nosawa's just so skinny and looks just kind of uncomfortable to be next to. Evil
Nosawa
at least
has
looks kind of soft.
55 years old for his entire career.
Now, Evil's about to get that WWE money, though, so.
That's true. True. He's about to be the WWE Speed champion. Anyway, yeah, so he did rank Toru Yano way too low. Any list of Chaos members, like, I know you guys were saying Sakuraba is the correct #1 choice, but you're wrong on that one. It starts at Yano and then it works way down.
I was trying to see if there was ever a chance I could have saw Nasawa, like when he was fucking around in America, and it's like I missed him in Charleston, West Virginia, against Gypsy Joe.
Oh my god,
That sounds fucking amazing.
That's
one
gonna
of
keep
those
you up at
matches where
night.
it's like, I wish so badly that someone was filming it, and who knows, maybe someone out there just has a VHS of it sitting, bleed decomposing in their garage.
I'm gonna tell you right now, someone was filming it, and it's available on Smart Rifle.
Oh,
IW East Coast, April 11, 2007, All Out Assault.
oh, IWA East Coast. Okay, so it was for an actual.
Also
show.
features, Delirious versus Kikutaro, Daisy Hayes versus Mickey Knuckles, Mitch Ryder versus Trick Nasty, Eddie Kingston versus Ian Rotten, El Drunko versus Jerry Lynn, and Madman Pondo versus the Jugulator. That's actually a fucking hell of a lineup.
That sounds like a fucking sweet ass show.
Like that's some good shit right there.
I don't remember who was the promoter for IWA East Coast. Oh, it was Pondo.
Well, it was Pondo, and then it was Michael Tani, the guy who they just did the benefit for. I don't know if Pondo's still involved in it.
I don't think Pondo's involved. I mean, he's in JCW now, but I don't think people involve Pondo in things nowadays.
Yeah, he just shows up.
He's pretty busy with like his fucking 18-year-old girlfriend or whatever. He's got stuff
Between
going
that
on.
and stand-up comedy, yeah.
I mean, he does
still need to
stand-up.
look and see if Pondo's upset. IWA East Coast, vote or die.
They're stealing
So
our catchphrase.
they did a show called Vote or Die in 2011, which was not an election.
Wrestling's the best.
It really is.
Pondo used to also book I can't remember, the Girl Fight Wrestling. He used to also be the promoter for that at one point, I'm pretty sure.
That makes
All I'm
sense.
saying, yeah, he's got her. Maybe I should, but all right. Anyone else? Love you.
Speaking of,
Terrible
Crazy
list.
Mary Dobson.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm excited for Porg's ranking every Iron Metal Heavyweight Championship.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a fucking piece. Well, listen, it's my fault. I went to Porg and I said, listen, I need to get Joey Ryan written about on the site. Can you find a way to do it?
I mean, you could have just asked me. The one thing I will defend with Joey Ryan is the anal explosion show with the referee making out with Donald Trump. Like, that is the one match I would say from Joey Ryan's career, because honestly, you could have done it with just about anyone else slotted into the Joey Ryan role, because the main thing was about the ref and Donald Trump and everything. But that is such a fucking fun match. And it sucks that it's by one of the people in it being rapist or whatever he did. I remember it as being rape. If anyone wants to clarify his exact transgressions, they can fuck, because I don't give.
Speaking of transgressions, let's get
Speaking
some fucking questions.
Speaking
Again,
of
you guys
John
don't
Gresham,
hear, I guess. Now you would have thought segue. I'd have it ready to go, but I don't. Oh, I do. I lied because I remember my first
I knew
question
better.
is from. I think my first question is from Eamon. It's a really good one. What for the pod? Last name and home address.
That's a great question.
Let me take this one first. I'd say it's probably Pat Lauderdale, and
Yep.
it's 23 Street, Rochester.
Exactly. Yep. That's
Alright.
you got it in one. Actually, let me look.
That's pretty-
Hold on one second. I will get you my exact address.
It'd be really cool if you
My
docked
name is
Sam here.
Pat Lauderdale. That would be very funny. Why do they not have the thing here? So my address is 1900 Empire Boulevard, Suite 243, Webster, New York, 145.
And what is that really?
You'll find out. It's where I live.
All right. Okay. Question for the pod from Haven. What's Dan's social security? I assume they meant social security number. It's 278-921667.
6'7".
Oh
Whoa!
shit. From
You
Andy,
really
question
set
for the
yourself
pod.
up
Does
for
anyone
that
want to
one,
cover?
genius.
Does anyone want to cover my shift on Saturday so I can go to a concert? I feel like he's a bartender. That's correct to you guys?
Yeah, because he makes like the mix drinks
Yeah,
and stuff, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm not qualified to cover that shift.
Well,
would
what
not make you for a
concert
good
does he want to
bartender.
go see?
Yeah, it depends on the concert.
We did like this fundraiser for cheer where there was what's this country band called? Treaty Oak Revival concert, and me and some of the cheer parents, like, you run like the beer concession stand at the concert, and we get like 7% of sales, and all the tips we get we can keep. And they had all these rules, beers at a time, but I was like, well, I don't really work here. Why do I care what the rules are? Someone wants to buy 4 Busch Lights, here you go, bud. And just fucking, our booth annihilated all the other booths. Just I'm sure that we are responsible for DUIs that night, maybe some injuries. Come up and they'd be like, "Oh, can I get 1 Bud Light?" I'm like, "You just waited in line 10 minutes. You want 1? That's a waste of time. Get more." Oh, and I guess this band, they have a song, what's it called? Boomtown, where when they sing it, everyone throws their beers. So we can't just hand out cans. We had to like pour them all in the cups because I guess they used to do cans and people were just getting pelted with cans and hurt. Dogamoy, this question is so important that they re-upped it today, but I found it back here. Question for the pod: what's your most foolproof get rich scheme? They left out quick. So like, if you just want to get rich, what do you guys
rob
suggest?
someone.
Career in the postal service.
Okay, all right. Chris, any
it's
ideas?
all in independent wrestling.
I
thriving
just
scene.
will.
Actually, my new get rich quick scheme is I'm going to go to wrestling shows. And I'm going to put a sign above the bathroom saying $5.
There you go.
Dogamoy, if you want, I'll send you all my bets. It's foolproof. I've never lost that much.
Yeah. Hey, you stopped sending your bets on the sports channel. I got excited. I was
getting ridiculed a lot. It was like I'd either get ridiculed or accused of like corrupting minors, and neither of those felt great. So I kept it to myself. But today I went to the casino. I spent my $5 free and I turned it into $27. And I bought a $10 drink. That's let me do some math there. It's a $17 profit.
Do you think the drink server was better or worse than if you had been selling it?
Do I think what?
So you were just talking about your career as a bartender.
Yeah.
Do you think that you got the deal that you would have given someone else for that $10, or were they not up to your level?
No, they weren't doing it like I was doing it. I gotta let you know, the afternoon shift at the casino, it's not their A team. I say it with love.
Oh
It's
man,
me, my sister, and maybe a couple friends we bring, and then everyone else is 60 years or older. A lot of times there isn't even a
makes sense.
bartender. There's like a staff member that they go over just to serve me drinks, and then they go back doing what their real job is. Because I guess the old people aren't drinking at noon on a Thursday.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't get it personally. Makes my great days go way better. Eamon says, I think I could get away with marrying and killing a rich old person. This is really random, but my nephew, this was years ago now, got me really into this game Bit Life on the phone, where it's just like you have a life, you marry someone, you have kids, yada yada yada. And we started competing who can make the most money. And the best way to make money in that game, just marry old men. They're gonna die. So maybe you can use that in
It's
life.
the Anna Nicole Smith way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Or question for the pod. This is a joke. Please don't do this. And it's a little image of OOMFs that I would marry. Blah 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 blah. It's how I found out what OOMF means. One of my followers. I'm young and I knew that before that. Andy invited us all to a sleepover. Porrick. Question for the pod. Violent People the musical? Question mark. This feels like a Chris
sure.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, we're you and me, buddy. We're writing it. We'll kill off that evil Cole character at the grand finale, and everyone will be happy for you. We're writing your revenge, buddy.
I'm picturing a musical number that is just singing out the NWO list.
Haven, second question for the pod. Favorite wrestler of the 80s, 90s, 2000s? That's like it. That feels like a huge question.
One for each, or just overall,
I guess one for each is probably what they meant.
Okay, well, my favorite wrestler of the 80s was Masachono. My favorite wrestler of the 90s is Kazushi Sakuraba. And my favorite wrestler of the 2000s is Dick Togo.
Okay. Cole?
80s we'll go Fujiwara. And then 90s we'll go Bret Hart. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Calgary. And then 2000s fucking Zandig.
Hell yeah. Chris?
Inoki, Brett, AJ.
That's good.
Boom.
80s, 90s, 2000s. I'm gonna go Funk.
Dory, you mean? Obviously.
Yeah, Dory. Well, yeah, probably Dory. I couldn't remember Terry Funk's wife's name, so I'm gonna go Dory.
It was Dory.
Oh, Dory. Dory. He married a Dory too. That's awesome. That's beautiful, honestly. 90s. It's like when I get asked these kind of questions, I forget all wrestlers that exist.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
just-
I just named the number ones from all of Pork's.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Lawler and 2000s Danielson. I guess there you go. This is the most amount of non-questions there's ever been in a week in this channel, by the way.
Find that hard to believe.
That's a lot. We got pictures of food going on. Isabel looks delicious and beautiful. Okay, this one's real easy. From Porik. Q for the AP. Please rank every film in the Letterboxd 500. Who wants to go first?
All of
500
them, all of them
tied
are
for
better
last.
than each other.
I'm gonna do this here real fast. Probably number one. I would probably have Frankie Kazarian. Right. Well, Q for the P. Which member of the server should be nominated for the Hall of Fame?
Sam. I mean,
Oh,
I stand by that.
yeah. What's it called? Like, in memoriam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
I mean,
Sam and
it's like
Tanner in
when-
the posthumous section.
Oh, yeah, that's the word I was looking
Yeah.
for. That's good. Yeah.
It's like when Viano Tercera got voted into the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame, and it's like all he had to do was die.
If I had to do 4, which they didn't ask for, but like a Mount Rushmore of who should be in the Hall of Fame, it's Sam, it's Tanner, it's Logan, and that guy that called Isabel's mom a bitch. It's probably
You're not showing any love to Butt Farter.
oh, shit. Sam's in the Hall of Fame for how quickly he alienated and pushed out Butt Farter. You offended a man named Butt Farter. That's just good shit. Question for the pop wrestlers: would you Freaky Friday style body swap? I'd like to see
I've
like
been thinking
my
about this
go-to
one.
is like I want to see like maybe like a Jack Evans in a Viscera switch bodies.
See, we were thinking along the lines, but was I want to see Joshua Bishop switch bodies with Yuki Kamifuku.
Oh my god!
That
Then
would
suddenly
be so
it
good.
would fuck with my mind a lot for sure.
It's like Dan said, he's like, hell yeah, the new Josh Bishop match, can't wait. And Josh Bishop is just doing eye pokes and like, flying kicks and famoussers, just doing like comedy shtick.
What about Danshoku Dino and AJ Styles?
Oh my god, that's good. Chris, what do you got?
AJ was if his final was app-based comedy, no one would have even wanted the AEW run. We would have gotten everything we needed.
I forget if I've mentioned this on the show before, but he did do some Dino style ass-based comedy on accident. When I went to I don't remember what year it was. It was Slammiversary when it was in Boston, and AJ versus Kurt Angle was one of the matches. And at one point, Kurt, you don't see it on the broadcast version. The camera was in the wrong position for it. At one point, Kurt accidentally pulled down AJ's pants. So from my seat right behind the announce table, I got to see AJ Styles, I can confirm, at least in 2011 or whatever it was, he is wearing a thong under. So you guys heard it here first.
Shit, man, I'm looking at the card real fast. You got to see Devon versus Joseph Park, and then Abyss versus Devon back to back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck.
That's the one with the one everyone was talking about after was the last knock standing match.
I was about to ask if this
Terrence
was the
Terrell
Terrence
versus Gav
Terrell. Is this the good one? Okay.
Yeah. It's also it's got a Logan promo where he was just so out of juice that all he had up his sleeve was swearing. So he comes out and he's doing a promo on like Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe, and all he has, to really get the crowd going is him saying to, he's like, Garrett Bischoff, you're a bitch, and you're all a bitch too. And the crowd's just, like loving it because Hogan's saying bad words. It was a good night. I remember this was also the one where Bully Ray pulled up the ring canvas to give Sting a pile driver on the boards. I'm amazed I remember so much of this show.
Yeah, since Sting lost, he could never challenge for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship again. We all remember that.
I think I bought an Aces and Eights shirt there. I might still have it somewhere.
I hope to God you do.
I hope so too. I had forgotten I had that shirt. I don't think I ever actually wore it once, but
You had to get the Aces and Eights shirt because now Aces and Eights were represented by Garrett Bischoff, Mr. Anderson, and Wes Briscoe. What a team!
To support the boys.
Let's see, Tim, Q for the P. What wrestler would do best in a Planet of the Apes situation? Eamon steals the easy Shingo joke. Really pisses me off.
A Planet
Anyone
of
got
the
anything
Apes
better than that?
situation. So it's got to be a wrestler who could be qualified to be an astronaut. And I know being an astronaut requires a strong science background. So I can't remember if this was true or not. I remember people saying it. Isn't Timothy Thatcher like a marine biologist? Or didn't he go to
definitely was at
school
one
for
point.
that or something? Okay, so
definitely
we're
was
going
at
to
one
for
say
the purposes.
I
of
think
the
Timothy
sentence.
Thatcher could probably end up being an astronaut somehow.
And
The
he kind of
important
looks
thing
like
is after all
an
that
ape.
astronaut buildup, I can't say either of the members of astronauts, the tag team.
Okay. This leads us to Dokumoy. Question for the pod: what's the best way to skin a monkey, and which wrestler would be best at it?
Skinner, obviously.
Yeah, Skinner is the answer.
Yeah.
Now we got a good question here for Chris from Porrick. Q for the P. Initial thoughts on season 50 of Survivor and some early predictions. Now I have to say right now, I have not watched the first episode.
Okay, I'll try not to spoil too much. The opening video package.
Wait, before you do, I haven't watched any of the other 49 seasons, so can you catch me up really quick?
Okay, so 25 years ago, they went to Borneo, and no one knew what the fuck they were doing until Rich Hatch invented playing Survivor, and then a couple things happened. Johnny Fairplay lied about his grandma dying. There was a lot of 2000s style homophobia and racism and misogyny sprinkled in there. It's woke now. It's okay. And now we're at 50. And the episode starts off with a really good video package. There's some neat moments throughout. I thought the marooning challenge kind of sucked, but the first immunity challenge was pretty good. I don't want to spoil too much of what the highlights were because Dan's going to be like, oh, damn, that's awesome. And then it's a 3-hour episode, and after the second hour, it falls off a cliff. Both because of stuff they couldn't control, and also just because of things entirely in their control, and it's a bunch of bullshit nonsense for most of the third hour of the episode, which stinks. And it made me angry because the cast is fun. Like, it's not a perfect Survivor 50 cast, but it is a fun cast, and if they keep throwing this nonsense bullshit, which they will, I am going to be see about it.
Do you have any predictions for who you think at all?
I just want it to be Suri or Coach. I'm worried about like all three tribes just poaching on all of the old school players, so it won't happen. But I want it to be Suri or Coach.
See, my thoughts coming in without having seen the episode was I was leaning towards Coach if one of the older people can hang out. If not, maybe D.
D has too much of a threat level, I think.
That's fair.
But if any of the winners are going to do it, it's D.
I would never vote for D, and I want her to know that. Let's see. Tim, cues for the P. Should it be required that the Canadian PM be fluent in French at least to a secondary school level? Isn't it kind of funny? Name is Mark Carney. These are like for you, Cole.
It is funny that his name is Mark Carney. Number one, it just is. They should be required to be fluent in French to at least the high school level, because that's actually like not that hard. And we have 2 national languages. So you got to speak both of them.
I don't love that.
So I actually have a question because I don't know. Do they in school in Canada, even if you were living like all the way over in like Vancouver, are you still taking French just as part of like general education in school? Or
Yes.
is that only like Montreal and surrounding?
Yeah, no, we take French all across, because there's also like obviously Quebec is like the place for French, but there are actually like small towns across the whole country where they just speak French only for whatever reason, who have like even more strange and specific dialects, and like, yeah, I don't know, it's just
So
like
did this guy just not go to high school in Canada, or is he just so old that?
Well, I think it's more that he just probably forgot most of it, because most of his career he's just been like a banker. So then him becoming prime minister, like they had to do like debates and Q&A stuff in Quebec, and he did not have a strong grasp of French anymore, which, like, you know, it's been less time for me since I took a French class, and I still, like, I couldn't speak it. I can still like read it okay, but like I could never formulate a sentence beyond like the stuff you need to survive in Montreal.
Now, secondary school, that's high school?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Why is Tim doing that? That's pandering. Moving on. Pat. Question from Pat. Question for my co-host. Which wrestler would have a Molon Labe t-shirt on PWTs? This is the thing I'm familiar with. I'm not Googling it.
Yeah, I have
It's
no
the
idea what the
Spartan
fuck
thing.
that is.
It's come and take them.
Oh.
It's what the guys say about their guns.
Oh my god!
I mean, like,
which wrestlers would?
It's hard to
Because
narrow
people
down.
were discussing Wes Briscoe's "Don't Tread on Me," you know, Gadsden flag style WTs.
They shouldn't be discussing Wes Briscoe at all.
Yeah, agreed. Well, he's wrestling again.
I mean, it feels like a necro shirt. Could he do it
Yeah,
in the style, but
definitely.
it says like FAFO? That's like his big thing right now.
I feel like if Necro Butcher bought a gun within a week, he would lose.
I'd love if Necro Butcher wasn't able to buy a gun. I don't know. Oh, he's in Texas, so I think just anyone can have one. But oof.
Oh, they got Jake Hager on Pro Wrestling Tees. That's probably right up his alley.
See, I was
Oh, yeah.
thinking Scott Steiner, and it's just him, fucking flexing his peaks.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, now I'm buying this I'm a West Briscoe Girl 2015 shirt.
Does it say
Glad that's
2015 on
still
the
up.
shirt?
It does say, it says I'm a West Briscoe Girl, and then like in the L, the crook of the L 15. You always want to put a
Nice.
date on your shirt. Just make it timeless when you're West Briscoe. Only $20, pretty good. And Pro Wrestling Tees,
Well,
high
it's more
quality
if you
t-shirt.
do it on like if you do it on like the premium fabric, or if you want like a tall tee or something, like it costs more.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, tall tee soft style. That's another $7.
Exactly. That's how they get
People
you.
are gonna have to buy a mug. Let's see. We have any more questions? Dokamoy, they said read this up. They need money. Like I said, I'll send you some parlays. The thing about gambling is you never want to do straight bets. You want to do parlays, and you want them to be at least 5 legs. That's where the real money is.
Yeah, you have to have a system where it's like, okay, 11 of the 12 conditions can be met, and then that one number 12 thing won't go, when you'll just spend the whole day thinking about how close you were to a $3 million payoff.
Every person you
every
meet
single factor
loves to hear about a 9 legs or 10 leg parlay hitting. They want you to show them the picture. They want you to say, like, look how much money I would have had. Nick Yeoman, question for the pod: is the quality of pro wrestling better on the Planet of the Apes? I feel like it has to be.
Yeah, they're like way more sturdy, right?
You ever watch them like fuck around at the zoo? Like it's a blast.
I've been watching a lot of that because I've been following Punch the Monkey.
Oh, that's true. Any Punch updates?
Yeah, he seems to be doing well. I saw a video of he's learned how to groom from the other monkeys, teaching him, and now he's trying to pick the bugs. He's trying to delouse a stuffed toy, and my heart broke just watching it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really cute.
Did you know on Pro
question
Wrestling Tees you can get a Amy Dumas poster, Lita, but it's like the fake. It's a fake version of the Barbarella poster art.
I do now.
Yeah. Well,
Glad tomorrow's payday.
I just spent $27 on a tall West Briscoe tee, but all right.
Yeah, I mean, and you can get a Marty. I'm looking at their posters because I'm like, I guarantee this hasn't been updated ever. You can get a Marty Skrull poster, limited edition, 200 prints.
Do you think Hangman Page has a PO box I could send that poster to?
Just send it to the school he used to work for.
Oh, that is good shit. Dokamoy, question for the pod. Do you see any other promotions pulling a CMLL and instituting changes that alienate parts of their core audience in a bid for more attention from outsiders?
All of them.
Yeah,
any of them that
literally
is
any of them.
within arm's reach of a TV deal. I'm seeing
There's
how many of
nothing a
these
promoter
200 Marty Skrull
hates.
posters I can add.
I think a promoter hates more than his own fans. Like, to fucking being there. This question's from Sam. In Violent People, they didn't mark it for the pod, but in Violent People, the musical, who would be the cash grab celebrity you would book to sell tickets? It's not a cash grab. I think that Paul Walter Hauser will want to be a part of it. Are there any cameos you got on People the Musical?
Michael Elgin as himself is gonna make tickets fly off the shelves.
Yeah, maybe get Max Landis in there.
Well, Landis is going to do the rewrites. Pork and Chris are going to do it. And I'm going to send it to Max to punch it up.
We're missing the obvious Joe Hendry.
I believe. Okay. Keatsta? I know this member of the Discord's exciting. This 4 people asking questions again. Last minute question: if you had to record a novel rap theme song for a rapper, who would it be, and what would be the hook? I would have thought there should be a novelty themed rap song for a wrestler, but this scenario, I'm recording a rap for a rapper.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure because she flubs a lot, I think she got confused and said rapper instead of wrestler.
Well, now because like the other one, I'm just handing over my mixtape and going like, "Come on, man."
No, it's really good. It's really good. It's about you.
Well,
Please listen to it.
How what's his fucking name? Big Sean got in touch with Kanye West. I think he just kept showing up and throwing his CD at Kanye until finally Kanye listened to it, and now the world has to suffer through Big Sean existing.
I'd do it. Detroit legend.
Anyway, so my pick for this would be R-Truth, so he could perform the song every time he does his entrance. But instead of his "What's Up" song, it'd be called "Suck My Dick." And the song would be basically the same.
I'm just imagining writing a song for Jay-Z, and he just going, "I'm Jay-Z."
It would be about, do you want the money or do you want the dinner?
I don't know. Like
What's that? You broke up there, Dan.
I mean, we just on some track.
Okay, I heard. We're hearing like 1 out of every 5 words.
Let's just decide. That's one. I had to some of these down tracks, put them on record, let the fans decide. Okay, that's good. That's segues this question. What did whatever? So if you guys think this sounds noticeably worse than the last 2 weeks, let us know, and I will go back to that site because Discord does not like my connection or my computer or something. Cole, you got anything you want to plug?
No.
Hell yeah, check it out.
I don't have a lot going on right now.
Vote in the VP 100.
Vote in the VP 100s, and then when you vote, tag all of the wrestlers you have in high spots when you post about it, so that they just look in their notifications and are just confused and annoyed.
Yeah, and then record a novelty rap about it. That's like the Pokemon rap, but you're just listing all 100 wrestlers.
Oh,
Yes.
shit. That's such a good idea.
They're all in one big match.
It'd be really cool if Chris posted like the options like the 101, and then on the day of you think the first 10 are going up or whatever, it's just him rapping out all 100 of the top 100. And that's the release.
Well, now you're giving the game away.